Hello, welcome back to Being in Nothingness. Last episode, we decided that we'll move on past the island of ice to the next island. So we'll see what we can do then. Right now, I'm just gonna stand on the altar and be done with it. I'm gonna go read the award message first. Congratulations, Initiate. With this ritual, you finish your work on the island of ice. Just as the ice monster freezes only that which stands diagonally, so shall you learn to see future problems from a new angle. Just as the ice block sinks in water to form a bridge, so shall the things you have learned here carry you to previously unreachable realms of thought. Okay, the fifth phase of your training is now complete. That's so funny. The fifth phase of your training is now complete. Alright. Let's go back to the map, I guess. We're going to island number 6, which is this one. Sure. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, okay. This way it is here? Yeah, so down here. Alright. What's that? Oh, it's a sink. Oh, hi bunny. Bye bunny. A serious looking shower and eye washing station. The area on the drain is covered with some sort of powdery purple residue. The left side of the basin of this sink has 9 deep scratches converging in a central point. What? 9 deep scratches? What does that even mean? It's impossible to imagine what this enormous machine could possibly do, but whatever it is, it's still doing it. Oh, it's 2 things connected to each other. There's jars in this cabinet that aren't holding beans that filled to the brim with some sort of purple ooze. Can you see that? Maybe. Bean mechanics in the lab. Theory meets experiment. Adrian Joseph Mueller. Bean mechanics in the lab. Ooh, are they synthesizing beans now? And creating monsters in the lab. In here, maybe? The desk of car icon. The original 6 monsters all seem to be built around straight lines. It seems there should be some design space left on the table if we drop this requirement. Non-straight lines. I've only had one idea in this direction so far, but there must be more. It's more of a puzzle. The figurines look like they were carved by hand. Can I solve this one? I don't know, because I don't know what's what. But like, this is like a part of the goal that's blocked by some doors. And then like, I don't know, perhaps slime, water. Don't know what the cyan could mean. There's maybe a button? Maybe. The drawers of this cabinet are filled with hanging file folders, but they're all completely empty. Cool. Blank piece of paper stuck between the two of these couch cushions. A comfortable looking chair. I read this one. Dear Professor Dalton, congratulations. We're delighted to inform you that your grant proposal, Tradition Project, has been approved in an amount requested. This offer is contingent on your agreement to use the funds only as specified. Charlene Dalton is the Carl Eichiner's partner, not one of the people who came in to study. One of the organizers. Cooperate with the Foundation in efforts to publicize the results of your research, keep adequate records accounting for all appropriated funds, respond in a timely fashion to all requests from the Foundation for information about the project. If you agree to these terms, please sign and return this letter to our offices. Howard H. Legume, President of the Legume Foundation. Legume. What a goofy word. Is this Charlene's office? Probably is. On the recommendation of the facility and by virtue of the authority vested in them, the trustees of the university have conferred on Charlene Clarissa Dalton the degree of Department of Philosophy, Department of Bean Studies, Doctor of Philosophy, and have granted this diploma as evidence thereof. Nice. Vertically oriented bean sequences. Graduate texts. Graduate text in Bean Studies number 37. Sure. This is from Charlene Dalton to Thomas Georgiopoulos Dalton. Interesting. Hi Tom, I'm gonna have to break our rule against talking about work in these emails. This way is kind of rough, and I can't really talk to anyone here about it. The Legume Foundation just said they're not extending our grant for another year, and we're really counting on that money. I just approved a new project that my postdoc Carl is really excited about. It's going really well, which is great news for the team, but it's going to take money I don't think we have. It will break my heart to have to send everyone home early. The 2 grad students we've brought on have been doing such great work, and I know they'll be crushed. We'll have to come up with something, but I have no idea what it's going to be. Anyway, I don't need to solve anything for me. It just feels good to tell somebody. Love you, Charlene. Yikes. Tom is maybe... husband? Probably. Yikes. Okay. I can read this. From Carl Eichinger to Franklin Phillips. Of course they care about straight lines. Straight diagonal lines of length too. How are we talking about the icicles here? Anyway, thank you so much for the kind words, Frank. I think your work has been exemplary as well. You have a bright future ahead of you in this field. Oh, this is a reply to this. I love how this turned out really cool. You said this was the first monster that doesn't pay attention to straight lines. But what about the ice monsters? You can stand right next to them, no problem. I really just want to congratulate you again on this. I hope I get to work on something this cool myself someday. Franklin Phillips. Have I seen this name before? I feel like I have. To Tradition Project on site. Artificial islands up and running. Hey, we were talking about that. Team, I'm very pleased to announce that the first artificial islands are working splendidly. Everything has gone better than I would have hoped, and I invite you to come to the lab and take a look at your earliest convenience. It seems our guess was correct. Whatever process created the puzzles in the island... Whatever process created the puzzles in the other islands has worked here as well. Both islands are now full of puzzles. Are we... Hold on. So... The story here is that the puzzles are not necessarily made by us humans. It is instead like a force that creates puzzles around a mechanic created by humans. To commemorate the occasion, I've ordered several replicas of these little gems in the archways of the puzzles. We should discuss reimbursement for this at some point. Once they arrive, I'd like to invite anyone who's interested to join me in placing them in our new islands. Little gems in the archways of the... Oh, like the red light that goes on and off? This one doesn't have one. Did the other ones have one? I don't think they did, right? This one didn't have one either. I think inside... Like... Inside will have like the arches inside the world itself. This desk is covered with beans. The purple one is making a soft sizzling noise. There are several petri dishes arranged in a line. The first one contains slime from the floor of a puzzle. But as you move to the right, the color of each one gets closer to a deep, vivid purple. Ooh, so we're creating new slime from the old slime. Looks like someone was in the middle of an experiment and never came back to clean it up. This fume hood is full of beakers with beans submerged in dangerous looking chemicals. Nothing in this cabinet has a label, so it's anyone's guess what this stuff is. Oh, what is that? It's a spider web, I think. I can read this. Vision Project, paper titles, the end... Oh, paper titles. The ends justify the blobs. Blob and nothingness, and essay on blobological blobology. The unbearable lightness of blob. Is this a... The unbearable... Oh, I think... Blob there, done that, meet your new slippery slime friend. These are all just puns that replace the word bean with blob. The ends justify the beans, bean and nothingness, which means this is probably a pun on the unbearable lightness of being, which would have been translated to the unbearable lightness of bean, which was then translated to the unbearable lightness of blob. Blob there, as in a pun of bean there, done that, yeah. And then meet your new slippery slime friend is that one. Is it say hello to my little friend? Is that a reference? It doesn't seem that close anymore. Carl, you know we can't use any of these, right? Why not? Why not? The notebook on this table is covered with a series of intimidating formulas. The last line of which is equals blob. Equals blob. Huh, look at that. I can enter here. I don't think I will though. It's like another secret room. Okay. Well, I guess we're going in here. Our new monster is this purple thing. What is that? Welcome to the island of blobs. So you become a blob. Whoa, that noise. Okay. I can push you around. You follow me around. So kind of like mimicking a human. Okay. I'll put you there. I'm gonna get you out. Okay. So perhaps what I would like to do is I would like to sort of like chase you in here and push you up. Shove? Shove. And you no longer follow me because you're far away. Okay. So now I can stand here. You're going to hit this. Does it cause a death of some kind? Whoa! So you turn into that. Cool. Okay. So this has just shown us the two the two important mechanics with blobs, I guess. It follows you around and you can like shove it around. That's a lot of beans. Also, yeah, no, the gems are still here. Okay. Yeah, I see the gems. These are the gems that they were talking about. And of course, the other more interesting mechanic is that they will apparently just take the form of anything that interacts with them. Except me, of course. They already have my form to begin with. Like they're humanoid to begin with, I guess. Also, this is like the beginner's island. This is the initiate island theme. Like the music, the color scheme and everything. How many puzzles do I have access to? 5. Okay, oh jeez, there's so many puzzles here. There's so many round puzzles there. Okay, so 5 puzzles. Let's start reading first, I guess. From Carl Eichinger to Michelle Kuriyama. This is collaboration on Artificial Island project. Okay, I need to read the original first. At 8:37, Michelle wrote, "Hi Carl, this is amazing. When you said you'd be making an artificial island, I had no idea you were picturing a whole new monster. Seems like the puzzles turned out great too. How would you feel about working together on the next one? I have some ideas for a new type of monster that I'd love the chance to try." Hi Michelle, absolutely. I think the project could really benefit from your help. How about we meet in the lab tomorrow morning and you can tell me your idea? I look forward to it. Cool. So at this point, we're starting to revisit themes, I guess, with new mechanics created by the team itself. That's cool. Okay, 4 1 beans and 1 2 beans. We got sneaking around, extender, cleaning up, and 2 jumps. Let's go clockwise from extender. Extender. Vine roller. Blob. Okay. So I would like a roller here. I suppose I would simply like this to be pulled over. So like I kind of want this to be pulled to this position. I can shoot and I can roll up. Okay. But this obviously won't work. Okay. So yeah, I can't put a vine here. What happens if a vine grabs? Let's check. Oh, you don't have the range to grab it. Oh, yikes, okay. Well, that's fine. I can probably just put you close by, I think, by doing this. Okay, in that case, you're gonna have to be here. Sure, I just want to see what happens when you grab this. You immediately turn into a vine, and there is no movement at all. Okay. So extender implies that I want to extend my reach here. So obviously, a vine here wouldn't grab this, and a vine here would kind of keep it to itself first. So I think what I am going to want is a vine here, extending its reach by creating another vine like here maybe. Yeah. How far do you need to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This far. No. Okay, so when I'm beside you, you become active. This is kind of tough though. This doesn't really work because you start grabbing way too early. Actually, I think it's fine if I can just time this. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Okay. That should be it. I kind of wanted to let the roller become a roller here, which the timing obviously wouldn't have worked for, but because there's a lot of holes here as well, any of these 2 spots would also have worked. Oh, and it gets eaten by the vine. Okay, cool. That was a nice puzzle. Next one. Sneaking around. Cloud, Blob, and Roller. Roller always being the star of the show, and then these guys just being showcasing the interaction. So I'm assuming a cloud will shoot a blob. Actually, will it shoot a blob? Let's see. It will shoot a blob and turn that into a cloud. Even though the blob itself does not actually have any beans in it. Cool. Okay, I want a roller here. Okay. Why don't I just... Oh, right, okay. I was like, why don't I just put a cloud here to shoot this? There's a magical barrier in the way. So I want to put... Yeah, okay, how about a cloud here? If I could get you to roll down. You have to roll down when you turn into a roller. Because I want a cloud here to shoot this way. How about here also? Here also work. If I could shove a blob up here and shoot this way, that will also work. But that means the second cloud has to be in the same column as the blob. So I couldn't use it as a way to... Maybe if the cloud was here, I could roll down, roll over, and then roll up against the cloud here. And then roll this way. Okay. So what I would like to do is turn the blob there, put a cloud there, and that should be it. Roller comes down, roller comes over, roller rolls into the cloud, and roller rolls in here. Cool. Slight positioning puzzle. Alright, so this is a 2 bean, so we're gonna skip that, I think. Yeah. And move into this next 1 bean. That is a bucket and some bombs. Yes, cleaning up. Okay, so I'm going to assume a bucket will turn a blob into another bucket when hit. Correct. Into a non-moving bucket. Okay. Okay. Now how will I do this? I need a bomb to blow you up, so I need to collect both of these. This is a very interesting looking setup. I suppose if... like... I want to go vertically so you can bounce out with the bean, right? I don't want to push you horizontally at all. No. I think I can do that. If I put a bucket here and like I use the intersection, so there'll be a blob here to act as a wall for the bucket. And then that blob itself would also turn into a bucket. Which should be good. Yeah, okay. So that's 1. I need to get here fast enough. And shove. There you go. Okay. We have a bomb. Cool. Very slowly showing me the interactions with various other monsters. This one is icicle. So I'm assuming freezing a blob would turn it into another icicle. No, it just freezes the blob, okay. Well, that's interesting. If it breaks, does it turn back into purple? Or... Aha! It turns into an icicle. Instead of becoming another bean, it turns into an actual icicle. So that's how it works, okay. Of course, 6 beans implies... Is this actually 1 bean in difficulty? Yeah. 6 beans implies what? I mean, I have the potential to just do this. Can do that. So yeah, you in water won't change anything, right? You still be a frozen block in water. So I can bridge over now. And I assume I want the same thing here? Maybe not. I'm gonna bridge over here. But I need a blockage, okay. So I need to be able to block. Okay, I also need to create an icicle. Actually, if I have to slide... I have to slide across the bridge, which means this. The icicle will form there. Is that a problem? No, right? Yeah, 2 can form the bridge here and 1 can form a blockage here. Okay, we should be good. And then the last one will form a blockage here, and we should be good. Okay, cool. That one's interesting. That interaction is very interesting. Okay, what are the puzzles like in here? 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 2. Okay, can I cross this bridge already? Or is there another bridge here? No other bridge here. I can walk into this like free. Wait, can I? Yeah. I'm now in here. 3, 3, 3, 5. Indestructible. This is a 5. Cool. There's an actual bridge here, but I can probably walk all the way up here without... Yeah, there's no bridge here either. That's weird. There's always a bridge entering the main area, but no bridge otherwise. Okay, 3, 3, 3, 5. 4, 5, 5, 5, 4. So there's 4 5 beans this time. Oh my goodness. That's a lot. Whoa! Okay. I'll be back with that one eventually. Jeez, what was that? A whole row of them. Okay, let's go back to the end. Let's go back. We'll read these as we get to them, but there's still one more puzzle that I have to solve in the first area. First 2-beam puzzle of the island is called Working Your Way There. Okay, the colors are weird now. Orange is for blob instead of purple. Why is that? I don't know. Is there some priority issue that requires this to be orange and not purple? Orange is earlier in the rainbow spectrum than purple, so maybe that's the reason why. Not sure. Okay, I want to put something there. Is there a reason why it can't just be a blob? Oh, it needs to be an alternating. Okay. I'm assuming a bomb blowing up a blob becomes another bomb, right? Hold on. Is that true? Or yes, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So I think like pretty obviously you can just, you know, put you there. You like kind of just wiggling around beside me. I need like an alternator, which is very interesting. There's also kind of like a path here. I can push stuff around, like a bomb. But why would I want to do that? I don't know. I guess maybe if I could... First I can shove you down here is this way. If I walk this way, I can shove you here. No, but I need you to kind of be here. Yeah, I just need a bomb walking back and forth. So I want a bomb here, I think. Or a bomb somewhere here. So that's why I have 3 blobs. I think 1 blob is turned to the bomb. The other blob acts as a wall. So here... But I need to set motion to you as well. So it feels like the blob will have to be here. Explosion by bomb? Actually, exploding 2 blobs at once gives us 2 bombs. Which would do what? I don't know what that would do. But if I want a blob here, that's actually really difficult. Because of explosion would have to be here, which doesn't seem possible unless there's a wall to block. The first, the yellow bean, the first bomb will always have to start from somewhere on this zone. I can put a stable bomb on the tiled area by blowing up a blob. That blob will become a bomb. So for example, I can put a blob here, a bomb can blow up here, and this can become a blob. Sorry, a bomb. Then what? I can push it left and right, but I'm just gonna be bouncing back and forth. I guess maybe if I shove a blob into a bomb while it's here, maybe. We could try that. Okay, let's try that. So I want to start with a blob here. Blob in this position. So that it turns into a bomb after the bomb blows up here. It's supposed to be there so I can push it towards the left. Then I want a second block to sort of like stand right here. Okay, we should be ready. So there you go, that will create our first bomb. The second bomb will move back and forth along this line. And then our goal is just to push you while the bomb is above you. Like that. And that will create a bomb here. Because your death occurs on this tile. If I push down like here, for example. Oh, here? Yeah, then the bomb will create here, so. So what about this? Huh. Okay, I think I understand why that happens. There are two timings where you can push a blob into a bomb and it will still work. Because the bomb actually does stay in this space for 2 turns. Okay. There you go. Fun puzzle. Let's move on. Okay, what are the two beam puzzles are there? Scarce resources. Tiny island. The rest are no longer 2 beans, yeah. So scarce resources and tiny island left. Let's do them in this order. Scarce resources first. Okay. Let's see if I can predict. So these are the, just like a quick, actually I should read this while I can. Field notes. Oh, it thinks it's people. These remind me so much of my puppy back home. I still can't believe you just went with Blob for the name. I think it's 2 buckets and 2 blobs. Oh wow, okay, it's not a bucket at all. It's a 2 bombs, 2 blobs, and a vine. It's actually 1 vine, 1 bomb, and 1 blob. There you go, okay. Okay, let's see. If a stray explosion hits the bomb, I'm pretty sure it still becomes a bomb, right? Oh, oops. Let's put you here. Yeah. So it doesn't matter that I actually physically pushed it, it just has to explode by that. Alright, scarce resources. 1, 2, 3. I need 5 explosions? That is surprisingly little. I only have 4 beans. Okay, so that's the interesting thing. Can I duplicate beans? I only have 4 beans, which means theoretically I can only explode 4 times if both of the blue beans became blobs that became that. But I think I can do something. If I vined a blob and I blew it up. Actually, no. Yeah, let's do it here, I guess. So let's find a blob. And let's bomb them. Oh. I wish I could bomb them. Okay, never mind. I need better. Okay, how about you go here? How about you go here? Ah, jeez. There. Okay, this should get both of you and explode this. So I kind of net zeroed myself here, but I've got an explosion in the way. Meaning now hopefully it should be fine to just blow everything up. But how would an explosion get here though? It will need to be a vine collecting a bomb, which shouldn't be difficult, I think. It actually, does this count as a net 0 or not? It counts as a use of 1 yellow bean. I need to create more. I can't create more though, can I? Okay, but I think actually no. I want to net zero myself again by doing this, and then bombing that like that. That net zeros, but it doesn't actually get anything. Okay, never mind. What if the bomb was instead here? Not a good idea. What if I flipped them so that the blob was here, you are here, so this should be good, right? What? Can you please stay? Hold on. Hold on, I want to net zero myself again. Is that possible? Maybe it's not possible. I want a blob here. I want a bomb here. Okay. No, this won't work. But I can't put you here. I can't shove you away from me anyway. So you have to be there. Which won't work. Unless the vine is here, which is hard to... Well, no, yeah, Okay, hold on. Let's stay in this state first. Hold on, when I want to reset to this state, I'll come back. Is it not possible for a vine to... Is it not possible for a vine to do this? Like... If I can net zero myself, yeah, I can net zero twice actually. Get this and this both free. It's a net zero plus an explosion, which is always good. But net 1 is never a good thing. Net negative 1. And I'm pretty sure if I did what I actually did, this is a consistent net zero that actually is a net zero. Doesn't do anything. Which is why I wanted a bomb here, but maybe it's better if the other vine was here. Ooh, okay. So vine here. Blob here. Blob becomes a vine. Vine grabs the bomb, and that should work. Okay, and I can probably do it on the other side as well. So that's a double net zero, and that's probably required because somehow it should be. So vine here. Vine grabs the blob. Blob grabs the bomb. There you go, net zero. Okay, here, this seems tough, but I feel like I need to recreate a net zero here. Actually, do I need to recreate a net zero here? I don't think I do anymore. I think we're free. Are we free? I think we're free. Because I simply need to just create a bomb and blow up 2 blobs. Well, not blow up 2. Oh, wait, no, this one's not free yet. I still need to do this. Okay, hold on. Yeah, both of these will be problems because they can only be bombed by a vine grabbing a bomb. Which is actually fairly challenging. And then the last one can be a regular bomb. Okay, so we need to recreate another net zero here, I think. I think I need to get in here with with everything. So it's a vine and then a blob. So why wouldn't this work? I think this will work. Okay, that's another net zero. It's a very easy net zero. Can I create the same thing here? That's the wrong thing. Let's blob here. And then let's bomb here. Alright, that should be another net zero. Net zero doesn't do anything. Okay, never mind. Can I... Actually, is this fine? I think this is... Yeah, no, this is fine. The vine already has another bomb bean, so I just need the... I needed both yellow beans, is all. Okay. I thought you needed to set up another net zero for some reason, but no. Cool. That was it. That was a very interesting one. I don't know if I would have considered a 2-bean because there were like 3 different puzzles in there at once. And 3 2-beans would probably scale to a 3-bean. Although they were fairly... what's the word? I don't know. Okay. They were fairly disjoint, the puzzles. So I guess, yeah, it's just 3 2-bean puzzles of the same type in one puzzle, which I guess you could then reclassify as a big 2-bean puzzle. Sure. Okay, the other 2-bean is this one, Tiny Island. Tiny Island. Oh, I have a purple here. I was looking for it. I start here, icicle. Cloud here doesn't work unless I freeze. So I probably want to break an icicle in one of the 4 corners. Wait, what's the goal? Oh, it's it's here. I thought this was not part of the puzzle. I was like, So I simply need... Okay, I get it. I need an icicle in one of the 4 corners. And therefore I need a frozen U to break against one of these. Okay. I can do that, probably. So I need to be able to... Well, the icicle can't be in any of the spots around these 4 central spots. So the icicle cannot be the one blocking, meaning it must be the roller that blocks the way of the frozen blob, which will then break into another icicle. Can then shoot this and it will freeze. This looks like it's probably not going to work as an icicle spot, because how would I get in here? Yeah. Okay, so if I did actually want a roller here, I can do it in a few different ways. So if I got you to be up here, can get you to roll down here. So maybe if I placed an icicle here, I can get you to roll to this spot. Well, then that's a problem, right? Because how would I get a frozen thing to hit in this direction? Wait a minute, what if I just bridged? Could I bridge instead? Hold on, what if I just bridged? If I just bridge, I could just... maybe just get a roller here? Wait, hold on. Oh, but this is blocked as well, okay. This is unfrozen, so... What I'm gonna have to do is to maybe get the roller to... Hold on, before this... I need to get the roller down here first. I want to get the roller frozen here, and the reason why is so that I can do this, I can get this bean, which is probably useful. That. Can get the roller bean back. Is it? Wait, what? Wait, where? What? Oh, the roller has no recipe. So it doesn't give me anything. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Okay, then this might not actually be possible. I want you to go... I want to get to here, but this setup always causes the bridge to be blocked by a frozen aura. Which means something needs to block the way for me to enter, but if it blocks the way, you have to do the roller that blocks the way. And then a frozen roller here means that, well, the roller can't come back because there's no recipe. I don't get its bean. So there's nothing I can put here except for a frozen frozen cloud, which doesn't work. Okay, so that's why that wouldn't work. Okay. Then what else? I want the roller. If the roller maybe like if the roller breaks against like an icicle here, for example, that'd be quite challenging to do because the roller would be forced into this outer rectangle. So it won't be able to hit against you in these four corners. So unless I can find a way to get that to happen. So can I get it to stay in this rectangle then? Maybe. I can't get to go up or down. I don't have the space for it. So first thing it needs to do is to go this way. In which case it'll be basically stuck in the rectangle already. There's barely any way to get it out. And a blob can't be hit by the roller because we know the blob must be an icicle. Okay. A roller can roll against an icicle here. Or... Actually, it could act as a frozen block as well, right? So like it could roll into a frozen block here. So if the icicle was here instead, like for example, if the icicle was here, it could roll down into here and create a solid block. Actually, that solid block would have to be here. Then a frozen block from here can hit this way and become an icicle this way. Okay, I think we might have it. Okay, I need to put the icicle here. You roll this way. I should be able to survive getting out of this. Oh. Right, but how do you get here? This is part of the rectangle. It's also part of the row here, so... I guess technically I would have wanted the icicle to be there. Okay. Here. Like that. And then the frozen will go up this way. Okay. Follow me. Freeze. Ice. Boom. Oh, yeah, okay, that does exert force in that direction, so that works. Okay, there you go. Cool. Very good puzzle. I wonder if there are more setups that work there, or it was just that one. I'm pretty sure with enough maneuvering, there are multiple setups, like 4 separate setups that could work, except -1 because this one would never work. So there are 3 separate setups that could all work. Okay. I think that's good enough to call it an episode. We will start the 3 beans next time, and we'll see how those go. So yeah, until then though, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.